One, there's no question our democratic process of electing individuals, by popular vote to serve us, okay, and then accepting, their decisions. It's kind of not business as usual these days, all right? Wisconsin, of course, is the classic example. Who cares about democratic process, right? We'll beat people up and all the rest of it. But you're under pressure from not just the local environmental groups, and these other NGOs, non-government organizations, right? But you're also under pressure from people that elected you to do their will. You're also under pressure from the state, right, to do what it wants you to do, all of us. You're also under pressure from the Tea Party. How about that? 10 years too late, but under pressure from the Tea Party. Thanks for the honesty, right? We heard a couple folks from Siskiyou County down here a couple of months ago. They said, we're going to go to jail. We're going to risk all. We're going to sacrifice everything we have until we've fought back and won against Fish and Game, okay, and the federal government, who now say our water is their water. Right? Where do we stand on stuff like that? Do you have an example and what you can do about it, what we can do about it to help you combat that, particularly whether it's a federal agency or a state or local stakeholder, NGO type of whoever. And there are 3 mics up there. Make sure you turn them on before you speak.
Well, I guess you're asking what you can do to help with that. One thing that this board, first off, will have to do is, if it so desires, we'll have to take a position one way or another on that. That's one way to affect that. Something you folks can do yourself is you can talk to your assemblywoman, you can talk to your senator, and it's basically like a 1,600 permit, fishing game permit. And what you can relate to them is we've had enough regulations, enough requirements and costs, and they need to hear that from you. That's one reason why legislators have email addresses, they have phone numbers, is so people can contact them. And actually, it's I think it's critical. What I see is that people that want to take away your rights or impose more regulations on you or more cost on you, they are very active. I mean, I give them credit. I take my hat off to them. They work overtime. No offense to you folks, but you got to work harder. So, and also maybe you read up on some of that information as far as you can probably go on there and maybe Google Siskiyou Water Wars. You can probably find some stuff there and get some information, and you can call your legislator and say, hey, we're concerned. Because what's happening is that America's basically a lot of our infrastructure is being shut down, and that is our jobs, that is our material source, that is our food source, and a lot of it's being really restricted. It's like right now we have snow like we've never seen before, and you read the papers and they're saying, well, maybe because we have such a great water here, farmers might get 60% of the water. What's wrong with that? Well, a lot of water is being blown right out of the ocean to protect, whether it's a smelt or a salmon or whatever. And that means a lot of cropland is going foul in that down there in that delta area.
I think you need to also contact your federal legislators as well, and there's a lot of them in California, and you need to let them know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, we as people from Amador County, we're blessed because we don't have one river, we have 2 rivers. We're very unique. You can't go up and down the state and see too many counties that have 2 nice, beautiful rivers, like we do. We, as Board of Supervisors, and you as citizens of Amador County, should protect these 2 waterways with everything that we have. They are awesome in regards to what we can do with them, and what we have to watch out for is what people that don't live up here, what they want to do with them. So we have to protect them no matter what.
One thing I would tell you is really interact with your legislators. We have some good legislators now. They're trying to come up to speed and be what Senator Cox was to us. We lost a lion in Senator Cox. It's hard to ever get that back again, but we have 2 legislators that are trying to represent our issues across the board. In the legislature, though, the Assembly and the Senate, they have the ability to cast a vote and then look at the numbers. And if there are sufficient numbers to either defeat something or pass it, they can pull their name off the register before it's recorded. I have asked for a change in that rule and pretty much been laughed at by one senator. They need to be asked by the majority on that, because we need to be able to see which way not only our legislators voted, but all the other legislators voted on issues that are critical to us. There shouldn't be any of this hiding which way your original vote was cast. So that's one thing you can ask. Which way did you vote on it in the first place? And let's change those rules so they're not special rules for you. We can't do that as a member of the board up here, just pass the vote and then change it later so that people can't see which way we voted.
Richard, you might want to clarify, that was not Senator Gaines that laughed at you too.
Austin, I would just comment that I think you were asking in the direction we hear a lot in the press today about democracy, and this is democracy in action, and yet there's some that feel democracy in its purest form is largely a mob rule, and I think our forefathers recognized that and hence set us up as a representative republic. We have a democratically elected representatives, and at some point in time that democratic process that has elected those representatives has got to speak with those representatives, and yet at the same time, I believe, trust in the decisions that they are making. They tend to be a little more, I don't want to say more informed, but it's amazing the amount of material that these five gentlemen up here read on a week-to-week basis on just the issues that are coming up before our boards. And then on top of the other 15 or so committees and boards and commissions that all of us serve on. So we do tend to get a large portion more of the information surrounding the topic than is available to the average person. So I think somewhere along the line, if you're dissatisfied with us, fire us. and otherwise, give us a call, speak to us. We're very accessible. Virtually every one of us has got our cell phone and our home phone and our business phone available to you at any time. Don't hesitate to call, and please don't hesitate to get involved, because there's plenty of folks out there that are getting involved that we need help from all sides.